Hi, welcome. How are you, Kai?
Good with yourself?
I'm well, thank you for asking. So how are you doing?
Good, a little sick still.
Oh, you're feeling sick? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
I'm congested. Getting through a cold.
Oh, I that does not sound very fun. So I'll make sure that we'll get through this quick. I know you're probably not feeling so well. I just wanted to do a check-in. I know we've been meeting these past few weeks. We've been talking about different things, and this week I really want to provide you with some different skills, and let's focus specifically on getting these grades and academic stuff. Okay?
Mhm.
So for the majority of this meeting, we're gonna look at different skill builders. So I'm gonna do a little activity with you, where we're gonna talk about like priorities and those type of things. And we're just gonna be very focused on getting some results out. Okay. So tell me about this past week. How are your classes? Did you organize things? I know last week we discussed that. I have it written down here. Last week we discussed that you were going to talk to probably some of your professors and or teachers and see what is going on.
Oh yeah. I had spoke to some of them, and then they let me do some of the makeup work. So I've been working on that lately, and they're pretty lenient about letting me make up the work after I told them my situation. So it was okay.
All right. And then one of our goals that we talked about was that you wanted to pass all your classes, right?
Yes.
Which is totally doable. We can totally work on that. Um, so we've also been talking about some things happening at home, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening at home? Let's try to debrief. Is it better, worse?
Yeah. It's getting a little. It's not as. There's not a lot of tension there as much.
Mm-hmm.
After I tried talking to them about it actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, I brought up the topic because they were like I walked in and then they acted like everything was okay. And I mentioned that I had heard them and that I was talking to them how I do hear them even though they act like I don't. So I made it aware. I was kind of aware about the situation, and they kind of like it was like an eye opener because they didn't realize that it was getting so bad. So it was pretty I'd say successful.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad that you took the initiative. I feel like talking things out is always a great solution. And I'm glad that you were able to make that connection with your parents. So, keeping that same mentality, let's look at solutions, okay? So, yeah, I gave you this worksheet right here on this table. And we're just gonna work on some priorities. So, a lot of times, we find things to be a little bit difficult, right? So, we're gonna do this activity together, and we are going to list our hardest subjects from 1 being the hardest to 5 being the not so hard, and we're gonna go from there, okay?
Okay.
Alright, here's a pen for you. Um, and okay. Well, okay.
How many subjects? In all of them?
I would say the main 4. So like English, history, science, and math. Okay, I think I got my list.
I got mine too.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I put, and you said from hardest to easiest, or any order I wanted.
How would you do your homework?
How I do my homework? Okay. So I would do English first, then math, then history, then science.
Okay. So I would do science, then history, then English, then math. So what was your logic?
Easiest to hardest.
Easiest to hardest? Okay, that's funny. Mine was also easiest to hardest too. So typically, everyone has a different way of prioritizing things. Okay, you sometimes may come into contact with someone who would say that doing the hardest first is actually better.
Mm-hmm.
And I sometimes agree with that only because when you do the hard things first, you allow yourself less time. Oh, you do sound a little sick. You allow yourself less time for the things that you're pretty good at. Tell me a little bit about your reasoning. Why would you do your easiest first?
Because I feel like it was just like, it's easier to get the little things out of the way and then put all my attention onto the harder things. Because if I was to attack something that's most difficult, I feel like I could get frustrated. I could put all my energy into one thing and then I wouldn't want to do the other little things. So I feel like it's better to just knock out the little things and just work your way up to the main one.
Okay. Someone once told me that they like to do one hard, one easy, one hard, one easy. Do you think that would work?
Yeah, it could, yeah.
Or do you, or do you think it would just, you would focus too much on that hard thing still?
I mean, I guess it would be more of a balance. I guess if you do one easy, one hard. So I guess it could work. And I wouldn't mind trying it actually, because it does sound like pretty efficient, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, although I do like the idea of you getting all the easy stuff done, we have to look at trends, okay? So if that's what you've been doing this whole time, it probably isn't the best solution for us to get our grades up. And remember, our goal is to pass all of our classes.
Mm-hmm.
So based on your list, you said that the easier classes were English and math.
Yeah, but I would actually like to change that to history.
Okay. So you said English and history.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do one hard and one easy. Try something out. It's like an experiment. You know, we don't have to do it all the time, but we can see if you'll be able to finish all of your homework and finish it in a timely manner. Okay. I want to go ahead and address some more goals. So we have a goal of passing all of our classes. That's a definitely attainable goal for the semester, but I think we should discuss some goals that are long term. So let's try to come up with a goal that we could do long term, that you can continue working on even if we don't continue to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So what's something that you feel like is something that you could reach? I do want to say that I do commend you for speaking out to your parents and speaking to your professors. That shows that you have initiative and that shows that you're really trying to make an effort. So that's really good. So how can we change that so it's long term? What would be a goal? Let's try to think about this. Passing grades is definitely good. Are you in any clubs on campus or anything?
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
Have you ever thought about getting in a club or anything?
I have, but I just never really got to it.
Okay, well, sometimes they say that whenever you get more involved or something or more with like-minded individuals, you will have more support for those things. So I really like that you reached out to your professor, to your parents. I think we should try maybe adding a social aspect to our goal and maybe joining a club and trying to get incorporated in that. What do you think?
Yeah, the club sounds fun. I just wouldn't know which club to join.
Oh, perfect. That was my next step. I was like, what are some things that you're interested in? Like, if you could pick the best day, what would you do? What would you be doing?
The best day, I would like to travel.
To travel?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe learning about different cultures.
Yes.
Or okay. I think there's a cultural group on campus. I'll have to double check, but If not, you may also be able to start your own group club. Have you ever heard of that, or think about doing something like that?
Yeah, but it just seems like a lot of work.
There are a lot of steps to do. Um, but like I said, it is something that will help you, get organized. And a lot of times when you're doing something that you really like, it doesn't seem very difficult. And by creating a club that looks very good, like on your resume and college applications. So I'm not saying we're gonna create a club, so we're not gonna do that yet. I think the goal is gonna be to add a social goal, and I think we should definitely try to look for a club. You like things about learning, people, different cultures, traveling. I think that you should go out in the school, ask around, see if you can find a club, and then I'll look at my resources and see if there's already a club. And next time we meet, we can talk about them.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Does that sound like an attainable goal?
Yeah.
All right. So, things that we discussed today, and we talked about different solutions. What are some things that we're gonna try out when we're at home, specifically with homework?
We're gonna try to do it in like a different pattern as opposed to doing it like all the easy first. Maybe switch it up and do it differently than I normally would to see if there's like different results.
Okay, great. And then we added a new goal today, so we have the goal of passing all of our classes for the semester. What's our new goal?
Our new goal is a social goal. So it's to like put myself more out there, maybe possibly join a club or even start my own club.
Exactly. All right, great. So I think we hit a lot of different points today. Do you have any questions for me? Anything else you want to clarify or talk about?
Have you ever started a club?
Have I ever started a club? I personally have not started a club from start to bottom, or I'm sorry, from bottom to top, or start to finish, I guess is the expression. But I have been a member of quite a few clubs. I was very active in like high school and also in college. I really enjoyed it. I met a lot of cool people, and then all the clubs that I was a part of, I really enjoyed the subject and enjoyed what the students were learning and talking about, and it felt good to be in a place where I felt comfortable about the things that I like. And that translated over to my schoolwork, which is why I feel like it would be potentially a good goal for you too.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a lot of negative things going on, like at home or outside stressors, let's throw in some positive in there, right?
Yeah, definitely. Which clubs were you in?
Clubs that I was in, so in high school I was part of the GSA club, I was part of the yearbook club, I did ASB, all of those things. In college, I was in this really cool club. It was called Green Fest, and it was an environmentally friendly club.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so we basically did a lot of different events that involved like recycling or putting awareness out for the school and like meeting with other people on how we could be more sustainable. So there's clubs out there for a lot of things. And it's just a matter of, how you said, putting yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I have down our goals. I have down what we're going to be discussing next time. I feel like all of these are attainable, so next time we meet, we'll just go over the clubs that are on campus and see which one may benefit us. I think we may start doing some progress reports for me, so I'm going to give you something to take to your classes, and I just want an update on your current grades, just to see how you're doing and making sure that we're on track for passing all our classes for our first goal.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Kai. If you have no other questions, I'm sending you back to class, okay?
And then when will I get the progress report? Do they need to sign it or?
No, I'm gonna get that to you by the end of the day today. I just want to let your teachers know first that you'll be going around just so they have some time to prepare for the progress report. Since it's not usual for them to be posting grades now, I just want to see if they're able to do that for me. So I'll definitely check in with you by the end of the day, and if I have that, if they're okay with that, I'll provide you with the form. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Bye.